Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. My name is Elle and this is my perspective. Today, let's get into this Wise app, y'all. The Wise card and the Wise app. Um, this is the Wise card, right? It says debit, MasterCard, Wise, chip. So that's the card. When you set up, if you listen to this video and you're like, I really need a Wise card, listen to this. You need to do set this card up and everything while you are in the United States. Okay. You need to do this while you are in the United States. You'll need to set it up. I think it took maybe a week or so for them to get it to me. Um, in the United States, you can set your PIN up and everything. You can do all the back end on the computer, the phone or whatever, and then download the app. But once your card comes, your physical card, it'll walk you through step by step. And it'll tell you that you need to go to the store where you use your PIN and make a purchase. Yeah, I went to the dollar store. Um, I went to the dollar store because I did not want to use all my USD that I had put onto the card, for something like that. So I just did that and it was good to go. When I got here okay, the other thing is that I went to the bank and I got pesos so that when I landed in Cancun, I already had pesos on me. I had my Wise card. I also had my Wise app. The Wise app, I got to see everything that I was doing, how much pesos I had, and all that lovely jazzmatazz. Um, when you are at the airport, if you need to do something like I bought my auto bus ticket, that was a cash transaction. So be mindful with the card and things like that. You will probably need a lot of cash when you get here and when you are maneuvering through the city. So keep that in mind. So let's fast forward to being here in Merida. So I'm here in Merida. What do I use my Wise card for? What do I use my Wise app for? My Wise card, I need it for every single transaction that I do when I go to Walmart, to Sam's, to the ATM. Those are my main things. And again, Walmart is also where I pay my phone bill. So that's where I use my Wise card, the physical card. Now, places like Uber, they will need a payment. Rappi, if you use Rappi, they need a payment. What I have for them, it is also my Wise card. I am not using anything that is American Bank here in Mexico. When you are using some of those American cards here in Mexico, you may have the foreign transaction fees, you may have international fees, just whatever the fees are that you may have. Sometimes it's every time you are using the card, sometimes it's other things. I don't know all the details to those because I'm not using my card here at all. The other thing is that if you, let's just, it's hypothetical because again, coming from the United States, you want to be mindful. And we have been taught all these things about how dangerous Mexico is and so forth and so on. So my thing was I did not want to use my US debit card that has all of my money in it and then it get lost because woe is me, like a wretch undone. Um, the Wise app, while the Wise card, it is linked to your US bank account. But let's say that I lose my card. Yes, you can freeze it. Yes, you can report it stolen, but it's only going to have the amount of money in it that you say to put in it, right? And if you freeze the account, then there's no other thing, nothing's going on. Whoever has your physical card, they have access to nothing. They don't have your entire US bank account. Like they don't have any of that. Mine, again, while it's linked to there, I only keep X amount of pesos in my Wise. on my Wise account. I also keep X amount of US dollars on my Wise account. This is not a sum total of anything that I have for me, even with me in the United States. One bank account is going to have X, Y, and Z money, and then another bank account may have something, and so you do use your Wise app for a lot of things. The other thing is this right here. So this is the Wise app, my username telling me that I can earn $115 if I share my link with you guys, which I will. I'll go through that later, just so that you know. But this right here is saying right now that the 1 USD is going to give me 17.8. So 17.8 pesos for 1 USD. And so you know how people are always just like always keep an eye on the rate and convert when it's high. And I've already told you that convert when it's high. This is how I can see what the peso is doing. The peso has been going down since yesterday. And so yeah, yesterday or the day before, but it's been going down and we're at 17.8. And so you can do that. The other thing that you can do is this auto convert. This auto convert is basically hands off. So what I did is I went through and I added some more USD to my Wise account. So when I think I put it to be 18.3 or 18.4, but when the peso gets back up to the 18.3 or 18.4, whichever one I set it at, you can set the rate. So when it gets to that rate, then I have it to auto convert from my US account, convert X $100 to get me some pesos because I need some pesos. The app also shows you. So it tells me in my US bank account, I have $812.81. My Mexican peso is very low, guys. It is very low. It is at 3,892.34 pesos. It's low, but I've already paid rent. I have no electric or utilities due this month. The only thing that I have to pay this month is my phone bill. And I'm going to probably pay, I think I'll just renew that one at 200 pesos. So I have more than enough. And then the rest of this will be on food. And we already know, I told y'all that padding my budget, I spend 1,000 pesos a week. So essentially, this could get me a little over 3 weeks, but I don't spend that much going shopping. The other thing that the Wise app will do is it will show you your transactions. So again, I just told you that I added some USD. I added $300. Now, when you do different transactions in the Wise app, when you add money, when you convert money, when you send money, there are fees for every single transaction. They will let you know how much those fees are. So for me to add the 300 USD, I don't know if you can or cannot see, but it tells you how much I was charged, 39 cents. So I paid the 39 cents. They took out $300.39 to add 300 USD. I also ended up going in and adding on October 6th the 3,000 pesos. And then you see an Uber ride. And that was the inflated Uber ride that I had told y'all about. But I'm gonna go into this one so that you can see what I'm talking about the transactions and the like. So I'm just gonna put it up so that you can see, and then I'll go through and read it. At the bottom, I am blocking a transaction number because I don't know if y'all can do something with that and I don't want to risk it with my information. So what this is saying is that I paid $166.53 USD. Then it says that Wise did a fee of $1.24. Again, this is USD. I'm gonna tell you everything in USD. So I paid 166.53. They converted $165.29. So when you take the 165 and 29 and the $1.24 that they added, then that's why they ended up taking $166.53 out. Now, for that amount of money, it added 3,000 Mexican pesos to my account. Now, for those of you who want to know how long it literally takes seconds. Once you click for it to confirm to take out from your actual US bank account that you have linked, it takes seconds for it to then show up in your account. So there's no issue with that. So let's say that I know that I have the 3,892 pesos in my account, but I decide I want to do something huge or whatever, and I don't care what the exchange rate is at that moment. Like right now it's 17. I don't want to buy nothing at 17. I don't. And so, and so let's say that I go through and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be in line in 5 minutes. Like I don't need 5 minutes. I can just go through and say I need 10,000 pesos and it's linked to my US bank account. I can just go in, convert or add. So what that looks like is, so this is, let me back up. Sorry. This is the US, this is the Mexican peso. Just click on the Mexican peso. It'll say add, convert, send, and more. So when you need to add more money to your account, you always click on the add. To me, it is intuitive. So you just click on add, and if I know I need 10,000 pesos, let's just click on add. So if I know that I need 10,000 pesos, this is set to 3,000. But if I know I need 10,000, I would just change that to the 10,000 and it'll tell me my fee, which y'all can't see that, but hold on. I'm gonna change it to the 10,000 for y'all. 10,000. So I'm gonna show it to you and then I'm gonna read it to you because I'm not sure if you can actually see this. So I've changed it to the 10,000 pesos. It tells you before you click continue, it tells you what the fee is and it tells you everything, how much money they're gonna be taking from you. So this is saying that I will pay $564.93. Their fee is $4.14. The rate is currently 17.8320, and that will give me my 10,000 pesos. And so it's, to me, it is simple and it is easy to do. I don't have to worry about anything. If I need money at the last minute, I got it. I do not use my US account here for anything except what I'm going to show you a little bit in a moment. But yeah, so it also has all of my transactions on here. Let me click so that you can see all of my transactions. Again, I don't care, y'all. But these are my transactions. You will see that I went to the ATM. This right here is an ATM. So I went to the ATM and I withdrew the 9,000 pesos because y'all know I had to pay rent, right? And I got to pay in cash because that's what I was telling you. These are my Uber, my Uber rides, my Sam's total. Notice that my Sam's total, I told y'all I spend 1,000 pesos a week. I do not spend 1,000 pesos a week when I go shopping, but that was me inflating it so that you could see. This right here, I added 5,000 pesos. When you see the plus sign, you added something. So I added 5,000 pesos because I knew I needed to go pay rent. And so it has your transactions. Again, my Uber is here. When I go to Walmart, all of that is in there because again, it's everything is in one place. If I see that something was canceled, be mindful of that, especially when it's something like Uber. Be mindful. Wise app will send you a notification. If you have your notifications turned on, the Wise app will send you a notification and it'll be like, hey, they canceled the amount. So for that one, the amount, as you saw, or maybe you didn't see, the amount was 34.89. Not Uber, but Wise sent me a notification that was just like, hey, so they canceled that amount and this is how much they took out. And anytime I get a notification from Wise that's like they canceled the amount and that it's a new amount taken in, what has happened is Uber has charged you more without you knowing it. And so when you go in and you have to go into the Uber app and look into the details, and you'll see that they may have charged you a wait time. And I always dispute the wait times with Uber because a lot of times that driver was stuck in traffic before they got to me. And so I'm being charged the wait time. So I'm like, no, 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 no. And as soon as I dispute it, then they're like, oh, yeah, because I think they can look and see that you weren't at my location, but I'm being charged the wait time. So yeah, I do love that Wise will send me a heads up and notify me and everything else. This right here, y'all, I ordered Rappi. And notice that this information is in USD. That $8.80 should not be in USD because my Rappi is using my Wise card. So it shouldn't be. It's always been in Mexican pesos. However, because I hadn't used Rappi in months, when I did an update or something, it asked me some question and I was trying to hurry up and go through because with Rappi, if you take too long, they'll cancel your order out, especially if it starts to get busy. And then when you try to place your order again, they'll say, hey, they've closed to Rappi for now because it's really busy. You need to wait. It could be hours before it opens back up. So I was trying to rush through and I apparently clicked for it to okay that I wanted it to use my USD. And so when I saw that it did USD, because again, Wise lets you know. Why I have every notification for Wise turned on because that is my money. I need to know about all of my pennies. And so I saw that it did that $8.80 USD and I was like, hold on, that's not right. And so I went into the Rappi app and changed it over to MXN. Don't be using my USD. I turned it to MXN. And then I think because of that, then that's when it was like, oh, okay, well, let's give you 86 cents USD back. So it was really $7 and something cents that they took out. So yeah. And again, it has all of my transactions in here. If I wanted to go back and be like, it's kind of like your debit card, but if I wanted to go back and see how much did I pay for my phone bill last month, I see that this Walmart transaction, 300 pesos. So I know that when I go this time, I can pay 300 pesos. I'm actually going to look through because I feel like I paid 200 pesos at one point in time. So I'll do that. I want to show you an accident. It's not an accident, but this is something that will happen. This is a time that I had at the ATM, y'all. So you see that I went to the ATM. I tried to withdraw. So I did successfully withdraw 9,000 pesos. But then when I tried to withdraw more, it said declined. So then I went through again and was able to withdraw successfully a lower amount. And then I wanted to do the same or something like that again. It declined, it declined. So what can happen, this is something that you need to be aware of, especially in Mexico. You're not in America, you are in Mexico. Sometimes an ATM will run out of money. Sometimes sometimes you can get successfully 9,000 pesos, but then the next time maybe you can't get 9,000. So you need to it's a guessing game. How much can I get out? That's why when I said know your limits for what your Wise account is, which I will tell, I'm going to take you to the limits for the card. There are limits that Wise has. It is basically for your protection and everything. So limits on ATM withdrawals, on chip and PIN transactions. Contactless, we do not use. I have not used that here in Mexico. People are using the card, like you have to use your physical card. You can't tap your phone. But let's say ATM withdrawals. So again, yes, y'all can see my business. ATM withdrawals, I already paid rent, but it is a daily limit of 1,000 USD. So when you are moving into a new place here in Merida, most likely you will need more than 1,000 USD just to move in. So plan ahead and know that you need to go to the ATM more than once over the span of 2 days. It says that it refreshes in 12 hours, but y'all know I'm only trying to go out during the daytime. So to me, I need to make a couple of trips. Always plan in your head to take several trips. If you need money by tomorrow, you should have already been going to the ATM, because what'll happen is, again, I just showed you in my history, sometimes these ATMs don't have the amount of money that you need. Are you really going to be sitting there? I mean, if you need to, then you can go across the city and try to get up until your $1,000 limit, and then you need to wait the next day and then do it all over again. But yeah, just y'all. And so do um once you do your ATM to withdraw your money, ATMs themselves charge you a fee. So be mindful of that as well. So you'll be taking out the money, then you'll be taking out more. Um, Wise lets you know up front. So I'm going to show it to you if you can read it, but then I'll read it real quick. So Wise lets you know upfront that you can make 2 free withdrawals up to a total of 100 USD each month. After that, you'll pay $1.50 USD per withdrawal. There's also a 2% fee on anything that you take out over 100 USD. And then it says your free withdrawals refresh on October 31st. After 100 USD, you'll pay a 2% fee. I have 0 USD remaining because I take out more than $100 when I go to the ATM. I'm not making that trip for just $100. And then it says the third party ATM fees. Some ATMs will charge you fees to withdraw alongside conversion fees. Always choose to pay in the local currency. And that is true. They do have you pay. I know to me, if it sounds like an American bank, or if it sounds like I've seen that bank in America, that rate is going to be higher than a bank that you're like, oh, this sounds like a Mexican bank. This sounds like something I haven't heard before. So that's how I play. That's how I play. So yes, those rates, y'all, those rates can go up there. Like, yeah, they can go up there. So be mindful of that as well. Chip and pin. So for chip and pin, which again, that's what I'm using all the time, the daily limit is 1,000 USD. I do not have an issue with this, and again, this is a daily limit. So to use your card and spend over $1,000 USD, so that's about, again, with the peso exchange or whatever, that's around 20,000 pesos. But yeah, I haven't ever done anything like that. That's not me. Now, maybe 1,000 pesos in one transaction, but not 1,000 USD. So I don't ever have an issue with chip and pin. And that's how you do your transactions here. The last thing that I think I'm not sure if I've told you, so apologies, is I use the app frequently to tell me what the peso is doing, and the 17.8. You can pull the app all the way down to refresh and then come back up and it's 17.8. You can sit there and worry about it and keep an eye on it all the time, or just set it up to do an auto convert, which is what I have done. I have done the auto convert. It'll ask you which one do you want to pull it from. I want to pull it from my USD because, guys, yes. So you pull it from the USD, and once you pull it from the USD, what it does is it has how much money do you want to spend, and you set the rate. So for me, I have an auto conversion set up, which is why I added more USD to my Wise account, because I have mine set up when the peso gets up to, I believe it's 18.3 or 18.4, which is where it was a couple of days ago. I didn't get anything. Anyway, so when it gets back up there, then I have it set up to auto convert. That means I don't have to babysit the app. I don't have to babysit the app. And so after it does that, anytime you do a transaction in Wise, why again, I have all of my notifications turned on. Wise sends me a notification. So when it converts at that 18.3 or 18.4, whichever one I set it at, I know Wise is going to send me a notification. And then that's when I will be watching to see if it's still trending up or if it's trending down. If it's still trending up, then I can use from my account and buy more pesos. I will not use the um I will not use the American account. So when I am manually adding money to my account, I'm using my bank in the United States to pull money from there. So that's what I do. And so, yeah, I hope that makes sense and that that did not confuse you. I'm going to say that again. When I am manually adding money to my Wise account, I pull from my bank in the United States directly from the bank in the United States. When I have an auto conversion set up, like I just told you, I have an auto conversion set up, it will pull from this account. So this account is where it'll pull the USD from. I can always add to this USD account from my bank in the United States. I hope that makes sense and did not confuse anybody. So, a lot of talking, a lot of everything. Apologies, apologies. If you lose your card while here, yes, you can freeze it. You can say that you've lost and stolen. I did check out for the first time customer service with Wise, and I ended up sending them an email, and it says that it'll take them about a day to get back to you. It did. It took them a day. It might have been to the point of a day or right before 24 hours. But yeah, it took them a business day. So that was cool. But they do have a link that I'm going to share with you. I did get permission because I was going to tell y'all about the Wise app anyway, but I wanted to get permission on what I can and cannot say as far as sharing my link. But they said everything was cool. So there is this thing up here where you saw it. It says earn 115 USD. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to tell you what this is so y'all don't be like, oh man, she got us and she just this and whatever. Like that's not me. Hopefully you gathered that about me already. Um, invite and get $115. And then there's my code, which I'm gonna put in the description. They get and you get. Now, y'all, the you get part is nice because y'all get fee-free transfer up to $600 when you sign up with my link. If you just sign up for without the link, I don't know if it's fee-free transfers. I'm not sure. So yes, that was nice to get a fee-free transfer, but it's up to $600 when you sign up with the link. Now, what happens for me is if you find any of my videos valuable and you're like, ah, man, we just love Elle and we want to help her out in whatever way that we can with our likes, comments, subscribes, and all of this stuff, and you're like, okay, let me go ahead and be somebody that uses her link. It says I get $150 when 3 people send over $300 in one go. So that would be like if you get the link, you set up your account and everything. For me, it took me more than one day because things have to be verified. They need to make sure, like, this is a legit thing, y'all. They need to make sure that this is your bank. They're gonna send you something. You need to confirm that you got the something. Like they, because it's a borderless card, y'all. Like you can use this in more than just Mexico. Like I'm going to be taking trips, as you know, you probably already heard that I've been taking trips. But each time I take a trip, then I get to take my same card. I don't have to worry about fumbling and getting a different card or anything else. It's a borderless card. So I can just add the currency for that place, or I check and see if they take American currency. And if they do, then that's another time that I will add more money to my Wise account under USD. Anyway, so when you add money to your account, let's say you're adding Mexican pesos to your account, then you would add Mexican pesos to your account. It won't do it if you just in America and you add American currency. So add some pesos or wherever it is that you're going. If you're going to Europe, then add euro or whatever the case is. Again, do not feel pressured to do any of this. I am giving you the information because I legit wanted to give the information. And I had already said that I was going to do a video on the Wise card. And then as of today, Wise did get back and say, yes, I can use my link. So I'm putting my link. But again, do not feel pressured to use the link or anything else. And I just am being transparent to let you know that I got permission. That's what I was waiting for. That delays because I was like, wait, but if I can get 115, then I'll do that. And then yeah, but that fee free, I did show you some of the fees. You do see that the fees are low. So if you opt to not do it, then that's still on you. The choice is yours. Okay, if you have any other questions about the Wise app, the Wise card or anything like that, then let me know. And yeah, that's it. I do not have a bank account here in Mexico. My bank is in the United States. So I do not do wire transfers. I did see that there is something in the app that said something about wire transfers, but that's not my thing. Even in America, I did not do wire transfers like that. So yeah, yeah, lo siento. Okay, so again, questions, comments, or anything like that, leave it in the comment section. And until then, guys, you have a great one. Bye, guys.